Hello and welcome back to a Kingdom Come live stream. It has been a wee while. It's been a week or so, and last week I had a wisdom tooth pulled out, which actually, oddly enough, made me think of this game. But it meant that I was not up to streaming, even over the weekend, as I hoped I might be. But I'm feeling much better today. And even as the dentist was yanking on that tooth, I was thinking to myself, I'm so happy, so grateful to be alive now, as opposed to have to deal with medieval best practice in the dentistry department, the barber surgeons and the like. I think I touched a little bit on this in the last live stream, but whew, yeah, it was an ordeal. So I may be playing as Henry, but I'm glad I'm not Henry. Definitely. Right, so we need to, if memory serves, finish off closing up the pubs. Is that where we're going? Quest tipster. No, that's not right. Tavern. Activity giver. Where's our... Oh, ring the bell. That's it, ring the bell to close up the pubs. So off we go to ring the bell. It's a dark night as well, isn't it? I better get my dark and rainy night. Get a torch out, I think. I think that makes sense. There we go. Ah, these poor pauper people. It's hard to say. Poor pauper people in the rain. Hopefully they get to go back to the Rattay, no, the Skalitz refugee camp. Get some cover over their heads. I remember when I was just very briefly on the alliterative qualities of pa. I remember when I was a child, very young child, like I would have been 4 or 5, genuinely stressing out. Oh, I guess everyone's staying out of the rain. Genuinely stressing out at the thought of having to one day remark upon my brother being unwell. My brother's name is Paul, so I would lie there in the dark, probably at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'd wake up with this concern. What would happen if Paul was poorly? So I'd literally lie there mouthing to myself, "Poor Paul, poor Paul, poor Paul." The things you worry about as a child. Also, the things I worried about at least as a child. Maybe most people don't. So poor Henry's still a bit beaten up. You can see the blood on his vision there. So I have to get that looked after as soon as we're done closing up the town for the night, I think. I take it that the bell must be rung from somewhere in or near to the rat house, which is in here somewhere. No. Oh, this is the bell. I thought it would be a bigger bell. Isn't that interesting? Strange. Okay, well, let's ring the bell. And now, I need to go and close the tavern. Which hopefully will go nice and smoothly. I'm sure nothing will go wrong. I'm sure people who've been drinking all night will be entirely reasonable. It will all be fine. Oh, a beggar, hiding from the rain. So back up through town to the tavern. We're about to see a cutscene.
And the canon of St. Wenceslas in Olomouc was so drunk, he dragged the pig to the market square, saddled it up, and rode it out of the town gate. now we can see.
Oh
This
no!
wasn't going to end well. So Sir Peter and I rode
Not
off
this guy.
to look for the good canon on his pig.
Did you find him?
We tracked the filthy beast down to a sty beyond Cronau. I mean, the beast with a tonsure on its head. We never found the real pig, but the Reverend was sound asleep in the pigsty.
Birds of a feather stick together. It seems the same goes for pigs and planets. I toast, gentlemen, to pigs and planets.
No rain noise at all.
Sir Hans, forgive my intrusion, but I need...
Oh, but what? You want to join us? Want to buy us around? I'm afraid we don't drink with peasants. You're not in your village now, boy.
No, sir. Curfew's been rung. The alehouse is closing.
Nothing closes while I'm sitting here. If that's all, you're dismissed.
Are you out of your mind, lad? You can't cross his lordship. He's got a temper like a bear with gut ache. If I was you, I'd get lost before he shows it.
The bailiff instructed me to close the tavern at the proper hour. He doesn't want anyone disturbing the peace after curfew.
The bailiff? The bailiff can kiss my arse. I trust you haven't forgotten who's the rightful lord of Rattay.
No, it's Sir Hannes.
Oh, is he here? What, is he hiding under the table, maybe? No! Then what he wants isn't worth a fart in a bathhouse. Besides, he's only in charge till I grow up.
Which clearly hasn't happened yet.
Enough! You can't talk to me like that. I'm a nobleman.
Come now, sirs. You're not going to fight here, are you?
We most definitely are.
No.
This yokel needs to be taught his place.
Oh, come on. I don't want to have to punch a nobleman again. Or fight a nobleman again. I'm gonna get in serious trouble if I'm not careful. Well, jab jab if I've learned anything recently.
What's the matter? Come on.
Oh, I just need the guy in the face. Fighting in the pub, honestly. Fighting. If that's not a stockable offence, I don't know what is. Stockade offence.
What in the name of Christ is happening here?
Mm-hmm.
Hell? Answer me, damn you!
This peasant insulted me. I had to teach him a lesson.
By rolling around in the mud like a hog? That's a fine example of noble conduct.
Sir Hannes, the bailiff ordered me to
Silence! You shut your mouth and thank your lucky stars that you are Radzig's ward. Have you gone out of your mind? Raising your hand to a nobleman? And you, Hans, how many times have I told you that drinking with your subjects might be good for their morale, but it's bad for your honor? You spend all your days drinking and chasing wenches, which wouldn't matter if you paid any attention at all to your duties. And now we see what that leads to. Tomorrow, you will go with me to a hearing. Some landowners have asked me to settle a dispute. It'll be an excellent lesson for you.
I had planned to go hunting, but if you think listening to the pointless gripes of a bunch of old fools will benefit me, so be it.
Ooh, hunting? Well then, Your Grace, I'll tell you what. You can go hunting.
Really?
Naturally. Who am I to deprive the young Lord Capon of his sport? And you can take Henry here as your page.
Him? Absolutely not.
You'll do as I've commanded. It's time you learned how to lead people, and not just in drinking and brawling. Now get out of my sight.
Sir, I have responsibilities of the bailiff.
Not anymore. Your responsibilities now are the Lord Capon. It's time you learned how to behave in the presence of nobility. Let's go. Tell
Blimey.
the kitchen I'm hungry. It's been a long journey.
I knew something would happen. And presumably that's my job over as a bailiff, I guess. Objective completed. Fight with an upstart noble. The prey. How goes the dental surgery recovery? Thank you for asking. Playing with data. It's going quite well. Yesterday I was having trouble swallowing, and my face was very, very sore. But today I'm nibbling on some confectionery, and in quite a good mood. So yeah, I think it was, I definitely did the right thing, just taking it slow over the weekend. Having having a wisdom tooth pulled out is surprisingly tiring. Right.
Stop! I need to search you.
What? Why? What?
Get going.
Me? Okay, I surrender. What have I done?
What's going on?
For security reasons.
Get out of my way. How about I pay you instead? Do you really want to search me? Yeah.
I expect your superiors will have a thing or two
Oh,
to say about
fail,
this.
fail.
Oh, yeah. A likely story.
Search me then.
If you insist.
What the fuck is this? All these things are stolen. You'll be leaving that here. Got it, laddie?
Oh.
You can enter.
No good. Sneaking around in the dark? Light a torch before the catchpole see you.
I thought I had my torch lit. So hang on, what have I lost then? I've still got the wine for Stephanie, that's good. Have I lost my shield, presumably? No, got the shield with the Talmberg crest. That's the only stuff that I really cared about, so, yeah. Oh, good afternoon,
Only
Nolan.
bandits creep around in the dark without a light.
Okay, fine. Torch. Yeah, are you happy? Are you happy? Honestly. How's the tooth? The tooth, well, the tooth is gone, which is wonderful. And glad to hear it. I had all 4 of mine done at once, but in hospital under general anaesthetic. Not fun. They did let me have the teeth that they could save, though. Yeah, no, in this instance, because of COVID security rules, I wasn't allowed to keep my tooth. And I think it's fine. In that sense, they're being very careful managing access to such a close proximity medical environment anyway. I didn't want to cause a hassle. I did sort of say, "Oh, go on, let me keep one of them. Let me keep it. Sorry, it's just one tooth, as it were." But when they said no for a second time, and they did think about it. They went, "Well, could we?" But they didn't want to break the rules, so I didn't get to keep it. But yeah, it was an hour and 20 minutes, 5 separate injections. It was ugh. And for someone who hates needles, I don't mind telling you, I was on a biological level freaking out. There was lots of adrenaline, lots of quivering hands and stuff. But in my head, I was quite calm because my dentist is lovely. She was very reassuring, and I got the feeling that we were both in it together, that kind of thing. Almost there, that kind of thing. Right, I probably need to go and have some sleep. Where can I sleep? Where can I rest? Let's see. Meet Lord Capon at dawn, the upper courtyard. Well, presumably I must have a place to stay in the castle as a former town guard, now page. So I'll head back up to the castle, I guess. There we go. But as I was saying at the very beginning of the stream, I think before folks had turned up, actually, that was a bit daft of me. I found myself mid procedure, reflecting on how lucky I am to live in a time when, very effective and refined drugs like, for example, Novocaine, etc., as a localized anesthetic that that doesn't just completely numb your whole head exists. So not only is there anaesthetic, but it's also better than the stuff that, because we were talking to my in-laws over the weekend, and they were saying, oh yes, when we were kids, you know, you'd get some numbing if you were lucky, and your whole face would go to sleep. so, so yes, I'm very fortunate. We're all very fortunate. Those of us who have access to proper dental surgery, definitely. Oh, hello. It's raining, Mr. Blacksmith, aren't you? Okay. I've gone in the wrong part of the building. I've the castle's back up there. No, you can get to the castle through the upper bailey. Sorry, going around in circles. Honestly. I do love the sort of the. I don't know, would that be like a lime wash? Or is that a simple plaster? I think that might just be plaster on the outside of this building. But again, I love the little details like that in this game. This way. Sorry, townsman. In we go. Townsman. Guard. Hello. Don't want to pickpocket the guard. And where can I sleep? I can't just walk around all night. No, don't. I don't want to start lockpicking doors. I don't want to sleep with the chickens. No, don't want to pickpocket the guard. Oh, no, I'm pressing A to talk to him then, and that'd have been a shame if I. Oh, that's a nice oil lamp. Oh, the oil lamp. Yeah, that nice wick. No, don't want to lockpick. Oh, that's right. I can go to sleep outside the gate, can't I? Yes. I can imagine. That for much of human history, dental issues had potentially lethal consequences. Yes, absolutely. Infection is such a serious risk, especially in the jaw. That yeah, I'll go all the way to the other side of the town and have a sleep in the tent. Yeah, abscesses form. We sometimes see in terms of skeletal remains, and obviously that's where, thankfully, tooth decay, for example, definitely leaves skeletal pathological evidence. But you'll see evidence of where the sides of faces have essentially erupted with this sort of stuff, and a serious injury like that, and it is an injury, especially if it's untreated, will definitely get infected. It can lead to blood poisoning. You can have, frankly, I mean, yes, there's lethal elements, but also actually, frankly, chronic pain, constant non-stop nerve pain must have been horrendous for people in the past. The other day I was watching happened to come across a documentary where it was talking about Margaret Thatcher, the former Prime Minister, and she supposedly, I think she was going in the general election for her third term in office. She was suffering with toothache throughout that entire campaign. I can't even imagine, But if there's one thing that archaeology has given me an appreciation of, is what can go wrong if you don't look after yourself and you don't actually get your teeth looked at. So as much as I'm terrified of needles, and as much as I sleep and save. As much as I would, if I could, never go to the dentist, because even the smell of the place just starts to freak me out a little bit. My head overrides all of that, and I think, no, I don't want to be one of those people who ends up with an abscess. I don't want to be one of those people who's a case study, for, for other people learning what can happen. So that keeps me honest, in terms of going to the dentist. Plus, having lovely dentists. We deliberately chose a dentist local to me that is very good at accommodating people who are scared, of the dentist. And it's got to a point now where I'm not actually scared. I don't even. I used to sort of fixate on it the night before, and then on the way over, I'd be very nervous. But now, the nerves only kick in when I sit in the chair. So I'm getting better all the time. I've got no shoes on. Oh, because they were stolen, of course. Oh no. Okay. Well, hopefully I've got some clothes I can wear. Okay, I'll wear those. Working boots, yawn. Light padded armor. Yeah, that'll do. There we go. Sleeping is so much slower on the PS4, is it? Ah. Well, actually, I haven't tried this on PS4. This game. It's been interesting comparing. Oh, eat from pot. Comparing Far Cry Primal to the PlayStation 4 version. I've definitely noticed some graphical differences there. The Amalgam Lady. Shoes make the man, of course. They do. They do indeed. We have seen some cool evidence from Egypt for dental work, I think. We have, yeah, there's some great evidence for dental work in Egypt. There's some wonderful examples. Actually, I've done a video on dentistry on this channel, in fact. Feel free to go and check it out. Which actually often gets praise from dentists. I'll see comments from dentists in the US saying, "We just shared this at our most recent conference. It's amazing." But some of my favourite dental work, though, that we see in the past is surprisingly complex, like teeth which have been mounted on wires that sit as loops around the teeth next to them. So someone might be missing the two incisors, for example, at the front of the mouth, and you can have loops that go around the canines. Ooh.
What's that?
Me, ha! So you can have some surprisingly elegant dentistry. Then you have some really chunky stuff as well. So obviously George Washington is famous for having had. Now, is it? Oh, I always get this the wrong way around. Again, in the video, feel free to watch it. By the way, I get it right in the video at least. But I think didn't he have? Was it wooden teeth or was it teeth? Was it goat's teeth? Can't remember. There's also the infamous fact that people used to collect teeth from battlefields for false teeth, and that was a practice, right up until the 19th century. I think one of the main exports from the Napoleonic Wars was barrels of teeth and usable bits of bodies. It was grim. I'm not sure I'd want that actually. Those teeth, but then again, yeah, I think it might have been wooden teeth. That's why he's often in his portraits. He's kind of a bit gummy. He's like, no, okay, hello, because he was very self-conscious about his teeth, smiling, and also even talking publicly. There's not many references to how George Washington actually sounded in person. I doubt many people could form a list of favourite dental work from the past. Well, there's a brilliant example where people have had gems inserted into their teeth. I can't quite remember where that comes from off the top of my head just now. But there was there's some infamous dentistry. There's evidence of Vikings that were killed on the border of Mercia, maybe. On the border of one of the southern English, what is now southern England, Saxon kingdoms, they were massacred, and you can tell that the Vikings, some of these guys had filed their teeth to points, which would be incredibly uncomfortable to do, especially with a early medieval metal file on your teeth. Grim. And you got the whole problem with the nerve. This is becoming a whole grim conversation about teeth, is it? But was it Tudor times? They used to think that what they could see in the hole of the tooth, let's say if someone had decay, as worms, tooth worms they called them. They would try and pull tooth worms out, but what they were pulling on was the nerve of the tooth. Ugh, God, that would be so painful. They'd be like, you have tooth worms. And you'd be like, okay, deal with them. And then you'd be squirming like a worm, I guess. Right, where am I meeting this guy? Where is he? Oh. He's over there. Yeah, stood arms crossed next to the wall like a spoiled brat. Hello. Hunting.
Here I am. I'm overjoyed. Have you got a horse?
No, sir. Where would someone like me get a horse?
Yeah.
Unless it was a cart horse, I suppose.
Oh.
You just have to trot along behind me like a good dog.
Can't I borrow a horse?
But, sir, isn't there a horse I could borrow?
Oh, certainly. Why don't you just have mine? Or, then again, you can just run alongside as befits a peasant. Take care now.
Okay, well, guess I'm going to run alongside. Can I climb on this now? It's Bernard's horse. Okay. Yeah, I was going to watch you now. You deserve this. This is karma. He called me a peasant, and now he can't get past a fence. Yeah. You effete, snobbish nobleman type. There's a curious contradiction in the historic risk of surgical work and the amount of voluntary body modification that went on. That's true. Yeah. Certainly. Oh, it's wood in the legends, but ivory or porcelain. Yes. I knew there was something going on with George Washington's teeth in that sense. Incidentally, Washington, where his family comes from, is just across the river from me here, in the northeast of England. So we've been to the old family home, where they make a big thing of it. You know, obviously George Washington. I don't think I ever saw the house. I think he was. Are we going? Come on. Come on. Off we go. Right, okay, I'll back up. Are you not gonna... Do you need me to move the fence for you? Do I need to... Come on. Come on. I'll try and scare the horse. Boo! Boo! This is really bizarre. How am I meant to get this guy to move? Okay, I'm just going to go over... Oh, there we go. There we go. He glitched out of the fence. Well, that serves you right, Lord Capon. What is your name? Is it Hans Capon? Yeah. Off we go. Classic RPG bug. Do you know, there's been a couple of brilliant ones, like last time with the whole... You know, I'm 5 meters away from where I need to be for you to be able to talk to me. Come back later. Or, come on, peasant. And then not be able to walk through a fence. Now here we're seeing, again, an unusual graphical weirdness here, where the horse is clipping through the robes on its haunch there. So it's a shame. These little details sometimes let down relatively pretty games, don't they?
About that business at Yale House.
Yes, sir.
Hanush was right. I should have behaved differently. More, well, gentlemanly. But that doesn't mean you were in the right. You can't throw a lord out of the tavern in his own town. Understand?
Yes.
I was just...
What? Speak up!
Oh,
Don't
there's-
worry, I won't bite your head off.
It's just that when you said those things in the arena, sir, I was...
A little upset.
little upset.
Ah, I'd just like to tease Greenhorn.
Oh, hello, Martin. Oh, rats. Warm regards from From the home of Henry. Wonderful. Wonderful. Oh no, come back. Come back. Come back. We were halfway through a conversation. Come back. Wish I had a horse. I really do. Slippery Beans. Hey there, love what you do. I'm an archaeology student. I recently wrote a paper about the representation of archaeology / history in video games, and I mentioned your channel. Oh, wonderful. Groovy. Is it an example of how not to do things? In this video, he just mucked about for a while. Oh, there we go. Thankfully, not going to make me walk the whole way. No, that's really cool. Is the paper is it like generally available, or was it an essay that you submitted within? I did forget how to sprint. Yeah, sorry, Nolan. That you just submitted within the department. If there's a link, I'd love to read it. Okay, so sprinting is B. Aha. B is sprint. There you go. I remembered now. I always forget how to sprint in this game. It's because normally you sort of click the left stick to sprint in such games. So what we did? Where we going? What we did? Hey? We're going up over here? Okay.
Bring me wine and bacon from the saddlebow.
Ugh. I think you're here to hunt, not get wine and bacon. Objective 1. Get wine. Got bacon. Got wine. Excellent. Oh my god, fast travel is actually fast. On PS4 it plays out in real time. Wow. Wow. By the way, most of the towns and castles in Kingdom Come Deliverance exist here until today. That's pretty cool. I'd love to see a game like this set in North Wales. You know, going into Conwy Castle would be amazing. I'd love it. Or Beaumaris or Harlech, you know. Do I need to... here you go. And wine, not cheap wine.
So, are you enjoying being on the hunt?
Should have given him the cheap wine. Should have seen what
we
happened.
haven't actually hunted anything yet.
That doesn't matter. Hunting is a diversion. The main thing is to get out of Rattay for a while. Listening to Hanush's lectures all day long would drive anyone mad.
What about your parents?
How come Hanush looks after you anyway?
For a start, he doesn't look after me. I'm not an infant blacksmith's boy. Hanush is just managing my property until I'm an adult.
When will that happen?
What are you implying?
Nothing. I didn't mean it like that. I meant that you seem quite adult to me already, sir.
Well, it's hard to say. Before he died, my father appointed a council of nobles to decide the matter. Only they can't be bothered travelling halfway across the country just to assess the claim of some stripling. Under normal circumstances, it wouldn't be necessary. The king would decide on my adulthood. Only...
the king is gone.
Just so.
So he probably is possibly of age. I mean, I presumably it would be 21-ish, maybe. But maybe he's not 21 yet. What do you do with your time?
May I ask, sir, what does a lord like you do all day?
When I was little, I was awfully bored, I can tell you. There was always some courtier or teacher dogging my footsteps. Now I spend most of my time trying to learn from Sir Hanush. Governing is no joke, at least most of the time. Only last week I had to listen to complaints from my subjects.
But that could be interesting too, couldn't it?
My lord, this yokel here empties his piss pot in my yard.
And sir, that old hag put a spell on my cow, and
Sir, my old woman is fucking half the village.
A flock of sheep bleating all the time. Even study is more interesting.
Wow.
What are we going to hunt?
Yeah.
Humans.
Humans?
Humans? But
Oh, humans.
you should see your face. I got you there. We'll see what we can get. But I'd like to bag a boar. One, at least. And a few hares, too, eh? But what about you? Before I couldn't get a word out of you, now your tongue's loosened. So, tell me about Skalitz. I heard Sigismund had 100 banners there.
All right.
I don't know, sir. I didn't have time to count them.
It was a miracle I escaped.
Both of my parents were killed in Skalitz, right in front of my eyes. The Cumans slaughtered my friends and neighbours, and it was a miracle I got away. I don't know what else I can add.
I'm sorry about that. But tell me, I heard in the tavern...
What, that Sigismund flew down on a dragon? That the Cumans have horns and hooves? I'm sorry, my lord, but for me, Skalitz isn't a tale of adventure to share over a tankard of ale.
All right. I understand. Well, never mind. Anyway, it's too late to go anywhere today. But tomorrow we set off at first light. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Wait until dawn. I can do that. Oh, better hunting arrow. A seax, nice. Religious ash bow. Can I take all? It's not labelled as stealing. Why not? Sexy beard, Mr. Soup. Sexy soup catcher, Mr. Soup, perhaps. Thank you. I actually did apply a little bit of beard oil over the weekend. Gave it a wee bit of a brush. Since I've got more hair on my face now than on top of my head. Dawn. Waiting till dawn. Comfort 30%. So much of this game is wait, fast travel, wait, talk to a guy, wait, sleep. It is. It is. But the bits that look at the smoke disappearing, clipping in and out. That's a bit weird, isn't it? Eat from the pot. There's one thing I've learned about Henry: it's keep him fed. But you know, I'm enjoying it despite that. It's got an interesting pace, hasn't it? This game, definitely. Right, where's he gone? There he is. Oi! Okay, I'll get my torch out. Since we've had a bonding moment. Where's my torch? There you go. Hello, Gooey.
Sir, wake up, sir. It's time to go.
What?
Are you mad?
Are you mad? It's still dark.
I thought we were going to get an early start, sir.
Early means at first light.
Light.
You dolt. Do you want me to break my neck in the black of night? Go back to sleep. Good luck to you.
Excuse me. Go back to sleep and... I thought I got up at dawn. Still okay, fine. Well, sleep and save. I've slept too long already, so I've got to wait for him. That's a bit of pain in the backside, isn't it? Was overeating a sign of wealth in medieval times? It's a sign of conspicuous consumption, definitely. It was a good way of feasting. In particular, it's always a very good way of showing people what you've got and sharing it with them, or not sharing it with them, as it were. But as far as I'm aware, normal people. So if we discount people like Henry VIII, who were infamously overindulged, became quite sore, quite unhealthy because of it. My understanding is actually normal people, regular folks, even middle class people, for example, people who were shop owners, there were laws and expectations that you wouldn't overindulge. I mean, one of the main things in Yeah, exactly. Fat kings and gout. That's definitely a thing. But also, you've got to remember, in medieval times, there was the prevalence of things like, gluttony being a sin, for example. Um, there we go. The dawn. The dawn is coming. So, so no, not necessarily. Well, no, it depends. It depends on who you are and what you can get away with, I suppose. But that's much like today, really, isn't it? Um, I think increasingly, especially when it became clear that overindulging in expensive ingredients could be a shortcut, then the tendency to simply eat volume diminished, and instead it was replaced by eating certain types of food. So, for example, sugar in particular was a biggie in the well, Normans, for example. Um, is the fat monk stereotype very inaccurate? Depends on the monk, I guess. But well, it's yes and no, because the thing is that comes out of probably a certain amount of medieval jealousy. Monks had to, depending on their order, had to comply uh, with the saints' feasts. So they would be regularly having slightly larger meals than maybe some of the people who were if they were an order that lived in amongst normal people in the community, as it were. They may seem as though they're more well fed more regularly. One of the things that's interesting is that monks, I think this became a generally common thing, started to categorize certain animals differently so as to make it more palatable and more okay for them to eat these animals. So fish, even today, fish has gone in and out of fashion in terms of a Catholic requirement, for example. But I believe at the moment it's back in vogue to eat fish on a Friday. And the same goes for lots of monks. Eating fish was one of the foods that weren't reserved for things like feast days, etc. So you could eat quite a lot of fish if you wanted to. But then they started to recategorize things like otters. And they said oysters then, otters as fish. Well, it spends most of its time in the water. And dolphins were one of the early recategorizations as well. So it's probably not, actual fat monks probably weren't that common, but you could get very fat if you were a monk and you weren't doing any, work, I guess. If you were lazy, you could get fat, definitely. Arthur Signant, IMHO, to be fat for a knight who had to fight in wars was not good. But for rich merchants and clergymen, why not? And that's the thing, yeah, why not? And the answer would be to the extent to which you felt as though you could ignore things like, the sin of gluttony or whatever, or the extent to which other people would criticise you for being gluttonous and overindulging. So, well, as I say, just like today, really, in so many ways. People push the envelope and get away with whatever they can do, unfortunately. Well, but also fortunately, we all benefit from it as well. I'm allowed to continue, for example, I don't know, enjoying watching cartoons. Even though for some people that would be a scandalous waste of time for a grown-up. So lots of this is relative as well.
What are you waiting for?
Finally, oh come
The Lord
on!
requires you for the hunt.
I was waiting for you to wake up.
Such a renowned hunter needs help.
You wouldn't dare mock your betters now, would you?
Heaven forbid, your lordship.
If that's the way you want it, peasant, we'll meet back here at noon. Whoever has the most hares wins. Oh, and if
thought
you
we had
don't
good
have anything
banter.
to shoot with, there's a crate in the camp with some old hunting equipment. You can help yourself.
I already
After
have.
all, there's no sport in trouncing some wretch who hasn't a chance in hell.
Okay.
By all means, Sir Hans.
Ha! You'll soon be laughing on the other side of your grubby face. And now turn
Lovely.
your back for a while. I know a few tried and tested spots in these woods, and I don't want you stealing them.
Well, off you go then. I'll get up. It's happening again. clearly understood how consumption related to weight gain.
Well, we had a pleasant chat that time, didn't we, Henry?
Oh, come on, man, move. It was understood that excessive consumption was related to weight gain. I think details of the diet, things like carbs, etc., weren't understood in the way that we would understand them today. Definitely not. Interestingly, though, there were. I remember there was an experiment in the 1700s, I think, where there was a scientist. His name escapes me momentarily. Was he a scientist, or was he just someone who kept a diary? Who was obsessed with the question of what happened when you ate, and where did it go? Come on, where are we going? Okay, I'll turn my back. Does that help? Okay, right, there you go. Off he goes. I'll follow you. Ah. And so he lived for a while. Was it a year, maybe even, in a contraption that was essentially a room on a giant scale. And he weighed everything that he ate, and weighed all of the waste that he produced. And in that sense, he was trying to answer the question as to why do we eat, and where does that ooh, new level in herbalism, nice. All thanks to Nolan. All thanks to Nolan. And what was happening with the food, to the food that we ate, and why did we need to eat, and all this kind of thing. And he noticed that we would in some I think it depends on your body at different times, but broadly speaking, the relationship between what you ate and what you excreted was not always directly related to each other. Trying not to be gross here, but so in that sense, scientists, in so much as sometimes you produce extra waste material, through bodily chemical processes which add to the mass of what you're excreting, and in some cases you use more of that food for energy purposes, and therefore what you excrete is not the same as what you've eaten. Precisely, he had a lot of data. Right, I need to go hunting. Okay. Any tips? Anyone in the chat? Because yeah, I've been good. I haven't followed the guy. There must be a place where I can go and... I'm overloaded. Oh. Carrying too much stuff. Well, I'll deal with that at some point. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so I better get a bow out then. Capon's hunting bow. Ooh. Interesting. It's a long distance arrow. There we go. Pick up your arrows after shooting. Oh, that's a good tip. Thank you. I just saw a rabbit. Oh. Now then. Oh, and... Ah. I doubt I got that rabbit. Let's pick up my bow, my arrow. Oh, where'd my arrow go? Oh no. Oh, there's a deer. Or two. Did I get it? No, probably not. Oh, again, where's my arrow? Rats. Oh, you get to see the life of monks in this game. That's exciting. That's cool. Now, of course, the other thing to bear in mind as well is that different religious communities not only had different official rules, but also had different problems within those communities. It's entirely possible. For example, famously here in the northeast of England, the monks of Lindisfarne at one point. Did I? Yeah, maybe I already automatically picked it up. The monks of Lindisfarne sometimes would have trouble. Was it Lindisfarne or was it further north in? Where was it? No, it might have been Lindisfarne. But anyway, there was a community in the northeast that monks and nuns were present at, and sometimes they would get to know each other in missed in a fairly close proximity, as it were, and there were stories of people like Cuthberts, etc., being sent into communities to basically try and get them to behave properly in a way that was befitting their order. Oh, no. Rubbish. Not much opportunity to really practice in this game, is there? We've still got... Right, I need to pick up my arrow. Where's it gone? And so, ranges from overindulging in food, to overindulging in each other's company, to reading the wrong books. You know, there are letters from senior clergy to younger monks and novices to stop reading, you know, histories of the Vikings and Roman histories, etc., and start reading the Bible more. You know. Anyway, any used items have its price in the game. Arrows too. There are also various kinds of arrows. Yes. Well, I think I've got 2 different kinds of arrows on me. But interestingly, I can't. Are we sure we can pick up the arrows once they've been fired, or is it once if they hit an animal that you get to get them back? Because I think we're some way off being able to actually hit an animal. To be honest. Frankly, I'm clunking about in armour here. It's hardly the best way to go hunting. Okay, I'm back at the camp now. Let's see. Okay, oops. We open this and let's see if we can put. Oh. See if we can put some of this stuff away. So put that away. Yep. Put the male collar away for a bit. There we go. I don't need this to go hunting. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to try better. Try and find my arrows, I think. Yeah. Also, I noticed that that the anarchaeologist turned up briefly in the chat. Hopefully, he hasn't disappeared. Mr. Boyle. Right. Okay. So now I'm a bit lighter. I can run if I have to. That's better. And let's go bag ourselves a boar or something. As the guy Lord Hans was saying. Oh no, that's a shadow. That's that was literally a shadow on a log. Like okay. Ooh, rabbit. And nope, missed. Ah, there's my arrow. Brilliant. Sometimes computer games make simple things so hard. It's rabbit season. Yeah! It's rabbit season and I'm hungry. Where's the rabbit gone? Where are you, you pesky wabbit? I feel as though I'm just wandering randomly through the woods, looking for something to kill. Interesting afternoon. Oh, go to the woods on the right of the trail. It's more open. Hopefully that's the bit that I've gone into. Oh, rabbit. And... no! Rats! Where's my arrow gone? Oh, man, finding the arrows is really hard. The arrow must be here somewhere. Presumably they can sort of scoot off in different directions as well. I just cannot see the arrow. Oh, that's Valerian route again. No, every deer in the UK does not belong to the Crown. No, it doesn't. They often have owners. They often belong to people who own land. So often they're aristocrats, but no. Every swan, by tradition, belongs to the monarch. And poaching versus hunting essentially is just down to permission. You can get licenses from land and animal owners. But no, it's swans, infamously, and I think it's swans also not only are owned by the monarch, but also they can be consumed by the monarch. Whereas supposedly, I think it's meant to be illegal for other people to eat swan. And no. Right, there's my arrow. So hard to aim this bow. Pick up. Guessing the youthful Master Soup wasn't fond of stalking the landscape of Snowdonia with a bow and arrow. Well, excuse me. Find the arrows in groups. That's a good idea. Get closer, shoot a few arrows. No, I didn't. I didn't go hunting. I went fishing a couple of times as a kid, and I do a lot of meandering through the forests, meeting animals. But I wouldn't. There was no call for hunting. We had a supermarket, and oh, come on! Right, where's that arrow gone? Okay, there you are. Pick up, and there's another arrow over here. Went a bit further. There we go. Pick up. Phew! Right. Come back here, little rabbit. And where's the arrow gone? Aha, there you go. Arrow. Pick up, and must be another arrow over here. Pick up. Well, I think that Sir Capon is going to beat me. And no. Why is this so hard? No wonder I lost the archery competition. And oh. What? Pick up the bow and pick up the arrow. Must be another arrow here somewhere. No, that's Valerian. Where have you gone? So annoying. And now I've lost the rabbit. Ah! Okay, there's another one. Or is that the same one? Right. Okay, or was it a hare? And... oh, come on! And... ah, no, I'm not gonna... Right, I need my... oh, no. I'm losing all my arrows. So there must be one up here somewhere. Long distance arrow, cool, pick up. And then there's one... should be here-ish. Maybe your character is more a diplomat than a warrior. Try persuading the rabbits to volunteer for the pot. Yes. I'm bleeding. Why am I bleeding? Oh, okay. Food stuffs. Although I reckon, yeah, I probably need some... must be some good medicine that will help me. Religion, red roll, dried fruit, dried meat. Okay, I'll... Russian... Item info. Nope. I'm going to bleed to death in the woods, failing to hunt a rabbit. This is ridiculous. Try getting alongside them so they walk across your screen like a moving target. That's a good idea. Potentially life-threatening. I thought those mushrooms looked poisonous. How? I know. I got some bandages, didn't I? I'm sure I got some bandages or something. Lockpick, nettle, coif, sage, sayax, torch, Valerian band braces, work boots, bandage. Haha! Apply. Nope. Okay. X. There we go. Ah. Phew. Bandages. And use bandages and marigold. Excellent. Yes. Do I have marigold? Marigold. I've got 2 of them. Oh, go on then. Oh no, that's to add to my... okay, no. That's not something to eat. Right. Dried meat. Eat a bit of that. Did you like the Ancestor Odyssey style? Well, I do like the Ancestors game, the Human Odyssey, as it I think called. Yes, it's a very good game. I didn't get a chance to return to it this weekend, but if you recall, I did remember that I had played it. I think last time we chatted, and it's a good game. I like it. You can drink them too. I can drink them too. Okay, right. See, I'm so useless at this game. But anyway, there's so much it doesn't tell you. I'm not going to feel too bad about it. So I'll drink one. How do I? Just... You see, this is the thing where the way that computer games abstract stuff is so weird, isn't it? Because if I was bleeding, I would deal with it, like you know. But it's like you need to press the thing and do the whatnot. You can't manage yourself. You're not bleeding. Right. Okay. I just got a hurt arm. Okay. Well, for now. Oh, I hurt myself through the effort of. I've been firing a bow without a van brace. That's what I've done. I've gone and hurt my arm because I wasn't wearing my blooming van brace. That's what I've done. You muppet. Right. Okay. Honestly. Van braces. Equip. I'm not going to slice my arm off every time I fire a bow. An arrow. Fire a bow. What have you been doing? Firing bows. Aha, deer. Now, so crouch. Crouch. Approach the deer. Oh. Get my arrow out. And... oh. No! Over the top of the deer. Rats. And... oh no, oh no, oh no. No, missed. These deer aren't very skittish, are they? Are they? Sorry, are they? Oh, come on. Yes! Yes! I shot a deer in the bottom! Yes! Yes! I killed a deer! Oh, that's very unfortunate, isn't it? I will loot the deer. Long distance arrow. Take all. Take it all! Reached a new level in hunting. Thank goodness for that. Now, can I get... I'm never going to find the arrow shot over here, am I? I'm never going to get it back. It's gone forever. Yeah, presumably. Yes! Got a deer. Got a deer. Hooray! Well, it's a shame you have to leave the whole thing there and not carry it back to camp. That's all I can get from the deer. Oh dear. Oh dear. I killed Bambi, I know. Have I watched Disney's Brother Bear? It's a beautiful story about karma. I have years and years and years ago. I do remember enjoying it though, but the details of Slave. It isn't someone they're transformed into a bear and they have to get to a certain place in order to transform back, and they learn to be a better person on the way or something. The film set in pre-Columbus America during the Quaternary. Excellent. I took the meat from the deer, ribs, I think. Yes, I've hunted, successfully hunted. Look at him marching along with his bow. Ga la la. Right. Is there anything else I can get? So, how am I doing for arrow numbers? Well, I've used up all my long distance arrows. Now I might as well use my hunting arrows for hunting. That would make sense. Okay. Okay. Ah, I see a rabbit over there. I see 2 rabbits. 2 hares, maybe. So, no, missed, and missed again, and Ah, so difficult. Right. And try not to stick my tongue out. Ugh. Right, I'm gonna get some arrows back if I can. Arrows. Aha! Hunting arrow. Hunting arrow. Kenwick man had a wicked history. Indeed. Indeed. Where's it? Any other arrows? Shot at. I think I shot 4, didn't I? It's twigs on the floor. Oh, that's Valerian. Fine. Okay, right. Okay, rabbits. And... Ah! So close. Compete with... I've completed, yeah. I've competed and completed. A terrible job, right. Any other arrows? Okay, there's one. Let's go back to where we came. Must be one on the floor here somewhere. I cannot see it. Hunting arrow. There we go. Cool. Okay, one more go. Come on. And... Yes! Yes! Phew! Hare meat. Accept. Hunting arrow. Brilliant. What's the ratio of deer to rabbits? I think you won. Even Tolland man didn't told this to others. Well, I've got to head back to camp. But a rabbit and a deer, I'm okay with that. I'm okay, you know. Used up all my long distance arrows. I think I had 5 of them. Life could be worse. And on the way back, I'll keep an eye out, see if there are any other rabbits, you know. Any other impressive finds. Oh, there's one. And he's getting too far away. No, missed. I'm in line with them. I'm just not quite. I'm either too high or too low. Hey! If someone just joins the stream now, it looks like I'm being a sadist, you know? Because the rabbits are so close. Or the hares are so close. Coney. That's a good old word for a hare. Coney. I always meant to check before I left York whether Coney Street was named after rabbits and hares and that kind of thing. But I never managed it. I'll have to Google it at some point. Okay, so down through. It's slightly thicker forest, so thicker undergrowth here. Am I even heading in the right way? I think I am. I think it's down here. But yes, no wonder I went and hurt my arm. Wasn't using a van brace. It's sad that the fact the Tolland man only has his head to call home We always have to preserve history. I'm not quite sure what you're getting at there. Sorry. Do you mean in terms of the recovery of Tolland Man? Ooh, they bluebells. That might be useful. Can't pick bluebells, Nolan. Well, they weren't bluebells. They're some sort of quite pretty. I am lost in the woods. At this point, the Blair Witch would come out and start harassing me. Okay, back this way. Can't jump while overloaded. Can't sprint while overloaded. I'm overloaded because I got so much. I was so successful on the hunt. Tolland Man's body rotting away. Is that true? I am not sure. I cannot remember. I'm afraid. In the moment. There we go. Talk to Hans.
How did the hunt go for you, sir? I did quite well. Look.
Show me. Not bad, though. Quite good, actually. For a common blacksmith's boy.
Shouldn't there
I
be
suppose
some
that's good.
reward for the victor?
Jesus, the insolence. A serf asking his lord for coin. But never let it be said I'm a pinch purse. Very well, then.
Your serf humbly thanks you, my lord.
And now, come along. Let's go and hunt some real game.
I'll definitely look into it. I've just been looking at it on my phone. It's definitely worthwhile
Henry,
checking.
mount
But
up
all
and
of
let's go
those
hunting.
bog bodies are very, very delicate. What? There was something else to do. Follow Hans cap on. Okay. I'll drop into the pot. Oh, interesting. Cook item. Hare meat. Excellent. Cooked hare meat. Nice. Right, well, we're following him. Off we go. Put my bow away. Can't sprint. Well, oh, I'm leaving my stuff behind. Hang on. I need to get my clothes that I left behind. Can't jump. This serves me right for just picking everything up out of the take. And then I'm going to have to put some stuff away, aren't I? Well, I'll keep the hunting arrows. Let's see, I guess I'll put the villager's ash bow back. And put the Sayax back. Go on then. And the long distance arrow back. Keep the better hunting arrow. Put the shield back. But I think I kind of like the shield. Anything else I don't need? Definitely want the van braces. $114 of 86. How on earth did I pick up all that stuff so quickly? Rage potion. Let's see what's What weighs to... Okay, well, the helmet obviously weighs a lot. The green shirt, which I'm not wearing. I'll put that down. Light padded armor. Well, I'm wearing it, you know. Don't want to... Okay, well, that'll do for now. So annoying. Drop deer stuff. Yeah, okay, okay. I wasn't sure whether I should, but yes, you're right. Because I can't trudge my way through the forest after a man on a horse. You're right. You're right. I was being silly. So food. Red deer venison. 51 of them. So move on. Yeah. Okay. Okay, fair enough. We can always come back to this, hopefully. I wouldn't mind to eat some venison. Bet Henry would like it. Did she have a pet? That's a very good question. That's a very good question. Meat and skin, too. Oh no, where's he gone? He's over there, isn't he? Yep. Ah, rats, he's just come running through the forest. My lord! I'm sorry, my lord. I went and forgotten where you were. I was being a lowly peasant. I didn't know how to carry things properly. The forest feels good, though. That's you know, I've said that before in terms of walking along the path through the woods, but it feels good. This feels like a nice, mature woodland. Come on, where are you, man? Howay, as they say. There you are.
See here, water, and it's been freshly rooted. There'll be boar somewhere nearby, so just like last time.
Okay.
Slow and quiet, whatever you do. Understand? Or watch
Yep.
out for them from the top of that mound there.
I can be slow and quiet. Phew.
You want to take him down with an arrow?
Certainly. Why wouldn't I?
You won't kill him
Need a
like
spear.
that. Boar is hunted with spears.
Mm.
Is that so? So now all of a sudden you're a master huntsman, are you?
No, you're going to shoot the arrow at it. It's going to get annoyed. And it's going to charge you. Oh no! Oh, well done.
Damn, I'm good. Quiet. So, next time you try to tell me I can't kill a boar with...
Oh, there you go.
After him. Fetch. Mount up, Henry. Chase down that swine.
I thought something would happen. Boars are tough. Run down the boar. I have no horse. Off we go. Running like a fool through the forest, eh? This is why Henry needs his venison burgers, I guess. Keep his energy up. Oh, who's that? Is that a... No, it's just someone out for a walk. Wayfarer. Must be nice to have a horse. But at least in this game, unlike, for example, in Far Cry Primal, Henry's bow isn't constantly in view. What's the percentage of my health now? That's a good question. 46, okay. I should tend to that. What? No, no, no. Inventory. Hang on, have I not got any food? What happened to my hares? My cooked hares. Which time are we now in this game? I think it's meant to be 1408, I do believe. But for some reason, Henry has got no food. What? It's very annoying. So yeah, thank you for the health warning there.
Hang on, I've got to take care of his irritating lordship.
What? I was heading in the wrong way. I must have put all my food in the chest back at the camp. Don't know how I did that. There's something about how this game manages that stuff that I just keep on falling foul of. I'm not quite sure why. So obviously this is not my first rodeo when it comes to computer games, but sometimes it feels like I am a total novice. Come on, Lord Capon, where are you? Might be gone. Oh. That's where apparently I cannot see him. But he's up there on the compass. Lost in the Forest Simulator 2020. That's what we're at the moment. Lost in the Forest Simulator. I thought in this particular live stream we'd be spending more time in the town. No, no. I'm always caught off guard by this game. Because I haven't got a horse. I'm literally following a man, an overly, well, slightly snobby man. He seems to be getting nicer bit by bit. On a horse through a forest. Oh, come off it. Where have you gone now? Really? Oh. Okay, let's have a look at the map. Right, so I'm just sort of looking around in this area. Oh. Okay. You know that today's Indian cow breeds are a cross between ancient aurochs and an Indian cow. It would not surprise me. I didn't know that particularly, no. But it would not surprise me. Oh, no, that's deer. That's some deer running around. I know that most modern cattle are not descended from European aurochs. They were brought in from the Middle East, from the Fertile Crescent via Anatolia. I do believe the same goes for sheep, I think, if memory serves. There's some good genetic evidence that sheep particularly travelled across the Mediterranean with farmers in the Neolithic. Or around the Mediterranean, at least. Right, I heard a dog. She's just right there, guys. Might want to get back and get a save potion. Just go back and get a save potion, just saying. Do you know what? Okay, yeah, okay, I'm going to go back. I'm going to get some food. As well. Because this guy is annoying. Right. There's our camp. How have I lost him? I don't understand how I've lost the guy. Maybe I'm meant to be following the sound of him galloping around or something, but... Oh, I found him. Is he back at the camp now? Oh! Oh no! Ah!
Hey, you! You sodomite! What's it like being fucked by a horse, eh?
Oh, rats. Being chased by... Oh! This part was hard. Let me know if you want help. I think I do want help. I think you can take a medicine to improve your health stats. Continue. What was that I was saying about being able to play a computer game? Okay. So he's gone missing because he's been kidnapped. Okay, medicine. It's wine for Stephanie. No, I've got Nout. Equip that, equip that. Equip the mail collar. And that. This is very annoying. Let's go to the camp and see what we can do. Actually, who's... No, that's no. Okay. Off to the camp. Let's go. Let's be careful. Let's see if we can stealth this. So I was just blundering my way through the forest like a blunderer. Okay. Are we approaching the camp yet? Must be getting close. I suppose, you know, the fact that I can't predict what's going to happen in these live streams is probably a good thing. You know, it probably means that the game is actually... I feel as though I'm still learning what the game has to show me, so I probably shouldn't expect things to be too predictable. But I need to get back to the camp, try and get some medicine or some food in me. Right. So, crouch. Let's see what we can do. Oh no, this is someone else's camp on the map.
Just you wait, you donkey's arse. I'll have you yet.
Is that Lord Capon shouting, Back into its own need, there was a technology being made that allowed an AI to visually reconstruct a person by their voice. Being used by authorities now to analyze the call of pranksters. Wow. Find Hans Capon. Okay. Hopefully without being... Rescue Hans Capon.
You bitch! Show me your tits! Come now, stop pretending to be a man and get those others out.
Oh, he's tied up against that tree. Okay, right, I'm going to go round the camp and see if I can't untie him without being...
Just you wait, you donkey's arse. I'll have you yet.
He's swearing like no one's business, isn't he? Your marigold is over. Well, looking at the menu, seemingly, I don't know what's happening to. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I had potions. I had all sorts of stuff, and now it's gone. Maybe it's just part of this mission that they take it away from you for a while. Which is a little bit unfair, but... Right then.
Hey, you! You sodomite! What's it like to be fucked by a horse, eh?
Good swearing.
Thanks, Henry. We'd better vanish quickly. Follow me.
These like human scouts, presumably. Oh no! I've got no sword either. I've got a bludgeon. Can I... Oh, come on, man. Get your... No, come on. No, stop it, stop it. Right. Can I not get my shield out? This is incredibly annoying. Almost got away, yeah. I think I moved all my food. Yeah, I probably did. Probably did. Well, that's just because I'm so intense. It's all or nothing with me. Apparently. Right. Scallywags. Over to the camp. And now I want to get out my bludgeon. Make sure I've actually got it out. It's very annoying. His hat was much pointier than mine. Indeed, I had no chance at all. The hat was so pointy. So pointy. So, bludgeon. Shield. And... Right, want to get... Come on, come on. No, put your bow away. No. There we go. So annoying. Sometimes I say the controls are just a little bit irritating. Right. Camp. And I'm doing this with 47% Halt food health. Halt food health. And also we're getting close to when I need to think about ending this live stream as well. Got an imminent board game session coming up. But I want to at least rescue Milord. Right, come on, Henry. Come on, man. There was a sword in the chest. Oh! Okay, okay. Clearly, I just haven't done this very well, but it's fine. It's fine. I think someone's mentioned me in a paper about archaeology and computer games. I can't even navigate my way through through managing a menu. Well, okay, let's have a look at the weapons section. So bludgeon, hunting bow, Talmbo crest shield, arrow. But at least I've got my shield now. I can, you know, sort of use it. So crouch. There's Lord Capon.
Hey, you! You sodomite! What's it like to be fucked by a horse, eh?
Untie. Oh, come on! Oh, 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 okay. So it turns out last time I was really lucky. Kill the cumin, take his saber. Excellent, excellent plan. I like this plan. I feel good about it. Which country are we in this game? It is. I'm not quite sure which country, but it is Bohemia. I think it's Czech people. I'm not sure if it's was it called Czechoslovakia at that point. So I'm afraid my well, actually, I think my European geography sometimes is messed up by the fact that I'm surrounded by people. I've always been surrounded by adults who refuse to call countries by their newer names. It's very annoying. But we're in that part of the world. We're in Central Europe. Right. To the camp. To the camp. I don't know. I mean, is it worth trying to headshot these guys with arrows? The western part of what is today the Czech Republic. Yeah. Problem is, it's all a bit touchy, isn't it? And I don't want to insult anyone, especially people who live in those places now. You know, you're from Moravia, the eastern part of the country. Exciting. If this game is anything to go by, and also the films and photographs that I've seen over the years, I would love to visit at some point. Also to try the food as well. Right, camp. We can do this. Don't run into the tree. Okay. No, don't run into people. Don't run into anything. Okay.
Look here, you You bitch! Show me your tits!
Oh,
Now stop pretending to be a man and get those others out.
the horse and the dogs have been killed. Oh dear. Oh no. It's a real shame.
Hey, you! You sodomite! What's it like to be fucked by a horse, eh?
That's a good question. Okay. Now crouch, crouch. Stay hidden. I don't want to be spotted by...
Hey, you! You sodomite! What's it like to be fucked by a horse?
Shut up, man! You're bringing attention towards us. Anyway, Prague, the capital city, is located in the centre of Bohemia, and the area of King and Deliverance is located 1 or 2 hours east of Prague. I'm just going to pause this for a sec. Pardon me. Interesting. Interesting. Like I say, I would love to see a game that's set in my part of the world. Where's he gone? Where's the... Oh, you're crawling over there. Okay, well... I'm going to get no point getting my shield and bludgeon out. Come on. I'm going to stay ahead of you because I don't want to get spotted. Stay crouched. Come on, Hans. So clearly he rode off into the forest. Some humans saw him, knocked him off his horse, killed his horse and his dogs. And we're going to presumably try and ransom him or something. But I've rescued him. I'm going to be in his debt. Hopefully he's going to be really nice to me. It'll all be good. Woohoo!
Henry!
Stop shouting! Yeah, hello.
I'll have a bronze bust made of you, my friend. But where have you been till now?
Oh, you know, I was picking berries, had a drink of wine, took a little nap.
You lunatic! They almost had me roasting on a spit.
I'd say it looked more like they were about to take your maidenhood.
Now look here, dung grubber. Is that any way to speak to a nobleman?
I apologise, sir.
I apologise, sir. I'm just glad you're all right.
I'm yanking your pizzle, you dolt! Thank you for rescuing me.
That wound doesn't look good, Sir Hans.
You're right. Those cumin swine roughed me up a bit. And my damned horse has bolted. You'll have to get me home
Bolted? It was killed.
The sooner we get out of
Well
here,
done, thank you.
Who knows how many bandits are creeping around here.
Let's go then. I've had quite enough excitement already.
So, is that all my stuff left now? Is that why Nolan was saying, why you were saying I should go and get a... Yeah, that's all my stuff.
Lord Capon! Get here, everybody!
There's no... Oh,
Help him!
so annoying. So all my food, my saviour schnapps, my medicine, it's all been left behind in the forest. Great. I'm winning. I mean, obviously, yeah, yes, you know, we rescued him, we got away. Let's see what happens next. You should suggest you should play a special game called Time Machine VR.
How's it possible, Ratsy? Those bastards
If I get a
make
VR
so
headset, I
bold
shall.
no more than a mile from the castle. We'll have to send out more patrols.
That won't do us any good, Hanush. Even if we had 10 times the men, we couldn't beat through every thicket in the fiefdom.
You sent for me, sir?
Come in.
I don't know how to thank you, Henry. If it wasn't for you, Hans would be dead. And to think I sent you out with him as a punishment.
I was only doing my duty, sir.
Don't be so modest, young Henry. You showed not only courage, but loyalty to your liege. That's why I'm taking you into my personal service.
Sir,
Oh, really? Old Hanush has
Thank you, sir.
Well, let's celebrate your
the face of
promotion
Dan
and Sir Hans's
Dan Vera,
Don't you stand there, lad, pour us a drink.
author of the game. Interesting. Very interesting. They're just material things, and it's just a game. They're actually
Sorry,
immaterial
Russell.
material
I've
things.
urgent tidings.
What now?
A stable boy came from Neuhof. He says brigands raided the stud farm this morning.
Neuhof.
There's many dead or maimed.
Tell us exactly what happened.
I'm not sure. The boy was so shook up he could barely speak. He said the bandits murdered for the joy of it. I'm sorry, sir. Your vassal Smill is dead.
Who did this? Who were they?
We don't know, sir. The stable boy just kept babbling about some huge fellow in black armor who led the attack.
Take as many men as you need, and don't stop until you've found those bastards. And bring me their heads!
Yes, sir.
My men at your disposal too, Hanush.
Thank you, friend.
Sir, let me ride with you.
He's full of piss and vinegar, isn't he?
Their leader, he must be the one who attacked me at Skalitz. There can't be two men in the whole kingdom who look like that.
You think he might still have my sword? No doubt you could use another swordsman, Captain.
As you
This is
command,
escalating
Lord.
quickly.
How soon can you leave,
I
Bernard?
scarcely know how to fight
Who's
with
the
a
man
sword.
already, sir?
Good. Wait in the courtyard for Henry. And give him a horse.
Yes!
His own mount?
His reward for saving Sir Hans.
Horse, hooray!
Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Well, go! I want these culprits in the hands of the executioner as soon as possible.
I won't let you down, sir.
Well, there we go. The hunt begins. Stop right there, I'll have to search you. Oh, shut up. You're kidding me. Really?
Hey,
Why? Why? Why?
get your horses mounted up and let's ride out. On the double. Maybe we'll catch up with that. Well,
What you do? I don't have to be. You don't search me. I'm with these guys. I'm one of you.
What part didn't you understand?
Fine. Okay. No, I didn't. I did not ask for it. Look, surrender. I want to surrender.
You going to cry?
I'm trying to surrender.
Fuck you. There'll be no surrender.
Got you. And now I'll fix you good and proper. You'll soon learn
I don't
what
understand.
justice means. This definitely won't come cheap. You'll learn crime doesn't pay.
What did I do? What did I do? Oh, no, I don't want to have to pay for this. Watch your step. I'm in the services of the Lord of Rattay. Yeah. Oh,
There's surely no way to treat one of Sir Radzig's men. I dread to think what he'll do when
Ugh.
he finds out.
What of it? The law applies to everyone.
It's about to get a lot harder. Okay. Fine, I'll pay.
All right, here you are.
All right. Just make sure it doesn't happen again.
What? Like, I literally came out the door, and that weirdo said, "Warning: you did not succeed in surrendering." Blah blah blah. Not even sure what language I'm speaking anymore. I'm just irritated. I did nothing at all then. Right, let's have a look at my Menu. Still got no food. Fair enough. Player, quest log, map, codex. Where's my gold? Gold total. Oh, they are down the bottom. 238.7 gold. Okay, well, at least I've got that. So it's all set to get much harder. So what I might do then is, in the next live stream, is spend a little bit of time. What? Mount your new horse. Who did I fail to go and speak to? Oh right, so I can't just go randomly exploring then. No, I don't want to pickpocket the guard. I could. Can I just reload that bit? Because that's very annoying. The prey boar hunt. Okay, let's reload that bit because I feel very hard done by there. Yeah, not unreasonably so, I think.
Hey, all right there. Show me what you have on you.
Okay, fine.
What part didn't you understand?
So LB and A.
What? Such are my orders.
Search me then. Don't bother with me with this. Get out of my way. How about I pay you instead? Don't bother me with this.
I'm here on important business, and you're going to hold me up with some bloody inspection.
You're the one holding things up.
Search me then.
All right, you can go.
Annoying so-and-so. Yeah, you merge into that other person. Okay, so I need to report to Captain... What's his pants?
How much longer are you going to keep us waiting?
Yeah, sorry. Hello, Captain Bernard.
Here we go. Are you ready?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Well, why are you wasting time? We won't wait forever.
Yeah. So which is my horse? Okay.
Here we go. Are you ready?
Well,
not yet.
No, I'm going to go and buy some stuff.
Well, why are you wasting time? We won't wait forever.
I get it, I get it. Is that going to fail me as soon as I go over here? No. Okay, cool. So let's go to the shops, get some stuff. Charisma minus 100. Indeed, yeah. We won't wait forever. Oh, reputation lost. Is that because I've walked away? Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, fine. Load game. Hunt begins. Your awkward so-and-sos. So, through no fault of my own, I've now left all my food and all my medicine in the forest. And I can't even go and get some more. I've got to hop on a horse and go hunting.
Show me what you've got concealed.
Oh, and you can...
What's with you?
Get lost.
Don't know much about what? Just what that Neuhoff stable
Orders of his lordship.
Yeah, whatever. Search me then.
If you insist.
All's well. Mind how you go.
Yeah, you're damn right, all's well. You muppet. Right. On we go. Pebbles is my horse. Brilliant. Pebbles. I like the sound of that. Right then, Captain Bernard, you unreasonable so-and-so. Yes, we can go.
Good. Then follow me. Keep quiet and do exactly as you're told.
And
I don't know what Sir Radzig sees in you, and I don't
in the
care.
army now, and Bernard is
Ride
my
with
commander.
men, I expect you to listen.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Against all better judgment, they've decided to give you your own horse.
Mm-hmm.
The dappled gray beside my stallion is yours. Make sure you take good care of him. Now, mount up and ride behind us.
I better put on some stuff. Helmet. Yep. There we go. Mount the horse.
down there won't find me.
This game can be a real son of a gun. Yeah. It really can. It's riding into the wall. Oh! What? Did I just jump off my horse? No, the horse jumps. Okay. Come on. We've ridden a horse before.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I need to follow the captain, don't I? Sorry. Oops. Right then, guys. I'm going to have to leave it here for now. But what I will do... Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I can save and quit. There you go. Is I'll come back to this later this week. So this Friday afternoon, I'll return to this mission. That's been fun. It's been good. But my lovely wife is on the phone or ringing, and I think she's about to come back home, and we're gonna together cook up a lovely tea. So thank you. You can now stash items on your horse. Excellent. Well, I'll bear that in mind for next time. So Friday afternoon, I'll continue with this mission, and here's hoping the game. It's good, it's enjoyable, and I'm loving the details, also loving the conversation that we're having while I'm playing. But I still feel as though there's something about handling it, especially the menu, that's just a little bit awkward. It's, yeah. Thanks for the stream. Enjoy your board game night. I intend to. It's, I forgot what it's called now. It's called something, well, actually, where is it? It's, just a second. I'll just go and I'll get it. It's a new board game that our friend is sharing with us. She bought it specifically for this evening. What's it called? So it is Betrayal at House on the Hill. Try not to get too much glare on the box there. So should be fun. Right, yep, see ya. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching. It's been a pleasure as always.